Anyways, welcome back to the next episode. I'm your host on this side, Optix,
And I'm Sunspot.
and with not as much gusto as like last time. All right, so I need to talk to you because when we went to go to the movies the other day, you had such a strong opinion about my movie theater, the one we went to at least.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Right. So enlighten me, enlighten the viewers, the listeners. What exactly do you feel makes a good movie theater then?
Raised seats. So that at least the majority of the theater is at a somewhat decent level of like distant eye level with the screen. So when you dragged my ass to, all the seats were on the same level floor.
No, don't you dare. I gave you this option. I said, hey, I want to go see Sinners. Do you want to go see it at a cheap theater or a comfortable theater? What did you tell me verbatim?
When you said cheap seats, I assumed like they hadn't refurbished the seats. They were like those busted ass, like crushed velvet. There wasn't.
They were.
Th-
They were definitely those.
Was the middle of my sentence interrupting the beginning of yours?
A little bit.
Like they wouldn't have the recliners. They wouldn't have like larger armrests. I just assumed like basic ass seats. That's what I was assuming. I didn't mean it was a flat fucking room where we were all looking up at 45 degrees just to watch a movie and miss half of everything because the light difference was off.
Now you miss half of everything. I don't know why you're such a hater for this movie theater. So, other than the flat seating, which I will concede to that, I don't think the movie theater is warranted of that level of hate. It's small, it's quaint. Honestly, it's not packed, so we didn't even have to fight for seats or deal with any obnoxious assholes. You're just bougie over there.
I like a whole little baked potato.
Little kitty boy.
Oh, hello, my baked potato. Okay, I like being able to see all the color in the film and not wondering what the fuck is going on. There's especially if you're like at a low enough angle, all the dark tones kind of blur into one black blob, which does not help when the majority of your film's cast are black.
Please don't.
This was not the film for that theater.
Don't start. Don't you put it on that. Look, the movie itself still was pretty good, even with your poor conditions for the movie theater.
I like having a chair that I can put my feet up on.
Don't be one of those fuckers. Do not.
Was someone in front of me?
I don't give a damn.
No one was in front of me.
Every movie theater we've ever gone to has had the luxury of being like a reclining seating.
I don't need a recliner.
Yeah, no, apparently you need a movie theater that has...
I need elevated seating.
Yeah. Bougie.
I need staggering.
Oh, no. What you need is humility. You need to be humble. Appreciate what you got.
You know what? The fucking Dollar Theater down in San Diego County still has fucking elevated seats.
You guys have dollar theaters?
Yeah, but they only play old movies.
Like how old are we talking?
Like, you would have had these at Blockbuster old.
Okay, hold on. Then let's go further. Are we talking Reagan AIDS crisis old? Are we talking John Wayne racism old?
Both of those, yes.
Damn. So what's the time gap though? Like, do they wait 20 years before they drop a new movie, or?
Oh, I have no idea what they're.
You are a horrible movie practicer. You know that.
What the fuck do you mean? We had 2 movie theaters within driving distance where I lived. Why the fuck would I go to like Encinitas just to watch a movie I could get online?
I was saying more that you don't really have like criticism of movie theaters other than your elevation. Like, I would have at least had an understanding for my current movie theaters, because at least the one we went to, I gave like okay, I didn't give you the heads up. I will concede to that.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew what we're getting into. Mm-hmm. I was thinking to myself, all right, $5 tickets, flat seats, a small ass movie theater that probably shouldn't even be there. Because you gotta admit, where it was positioned, shady. I remember we were going there, we're driving, and you were like looking around. Are we heading in the right direction?
Yeah, I was like, why the fuck are you in this parking lot? Where the fuck is the movie theater? And then I saw like...
Oh, it's right there.
Like the little display sign with like the fucking 6 movies it had playing. I'm like, okay.
It has 6 auditoriums, and each auditorium looked like they can only hold about 40 people max.
I love how that one lady was like, "Hey, do you know where Sinners is?"
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
I know they don't have like signs outside that display it, but out of 6 movies and there's 6 theaters,
Look, there's not really other options for movies right now. What you had was either the Thunderbolts, Sinners, or the Minecraft movie.
my here's what I'm assuming. She didn't lose her way to
No.
Sinners. She
just new.
Oh, I was just gonna say that she was like movie hopping.
No, I meant that too.
Okay.
Would you do that? Would you movie hop?
I'm neither confirming nor denying that I've done that in the past.
Oh, don't be a coward. Honestly, I don't know if I can movie hop, because if I was in my prime when they had the signs up for all the movies, maybe. But nowadays they only just have numbers like I'll show you 1, 2, and it just doesn't get any easier to movie hop to find a good movie.
Yeah, and then sometimes you do something stupid like what allegedly me and my mom did.
All right, you want to tell what happened, Champ?
Allegedly, we went into a movie that was a 3D movie.
Look, as a guy with glasses, I have to tell you, just tough it out.
We saw people coming in with glasses and we're like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should just go home. We already watched the movie we came for.
What movie was 3D for you? Do you remember?
Whatever a big, I don't think it was Happy Feet 2, but it was in like the Happy Feet era.
Oh, you probably saw getting break freeze right now too. Into the Wild.
No, was that one in 3D?
Yeah, during the like mid 2000s was like prime 3D era. I'm getting break freeze right now.
See what happens when you chug a ice cold beverage? I don't think we snuck in to see that, but I'm going to say it was probably Happy Feet 2 that we tried to allegedly go into. But we had like watched it was either a Twilight film or a fucking horror film that we had already watched, because those are the only 2 instances.
It's not a horror film. Why'd you put a Twilight next to a horror film, man?
Here's the agreement my mother and I had.
All right.
She would take me to see as many horror films as I was allowed and wanting to go see, but the condition was I had to go with her to see Twilight movies.
And you saw Twilight over Rise of the Guardians.
No, I saw Rise of the Guardians with my friend Zach.
That came out the same year, right? Rise and Twilight?
The last Twilight film came out the same week as Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah, I remember you're still so mad about that.
I am so mad. Fucking, we're gonna fire don't fire the animators, fire the fucking marketing team.
I honestly do have to say about Rise of the Guardians, you guys honestly amaze me with how your ship names are, because it is a 50-50 hit or miss. It genuinely is either stuff that's creative, like Sweet Tooth, White Christmas. Then you got what was it, Black Ice?
Yes, Black Ice.
And then you go lame, and then you get, what was it, Jack Rabbit?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the creativity? Where's the love? I go on TikTok and I still see those cringy ass YN shit. Well, you know, the one I showed you earlier was
I hate that you burdened my eyes with that.
I'm gonna share a little clip over this if we ever put this for. Yeah, no. Yeah. So over that, you guys had like such bangers of shipping names, and then you guys just introduced Jack Rabbit, and I'm just like, okay, well, not everything can be a winner. I guess something exists every now and then.
It was White Christmas. I think there was like Black Christmas.
Getting a little racy here, ain't we?
No, not at all. Oh shit, come on, let's see.
Are you genuinely trying your best to remember all the names?
Or at least like some of them. Oddly enough, and as I was like in that prime like fanfic like age, and I did read a shit ton of fanfics. I feel like the one I enjoyed the most was, in fact, like a North and Pitch Black one.
That feels so odd, though.
Because of course, the fucking man in the moon's like, oh, we gotta reform Pitch to make him a guardian. He was like the guardian of courage.
Pitch or
Pitch.
North? Okay.
Yeah, North is Wonder.
Okay.
And then it's just them like getting together, and of course, Pitch Black's being a sassy little queen as he always is. I just kind of enjoyed it. It was like a nice slow burn. It wasn't like straight to the pound town. It was building stuff.
I enjoy genuinely how you're bailing, because knowing you enjoy going off on how your ships and your fandoms are at the current state of their world, and like at this moment you're trying your best to balance between sounding healthily obsessed and unhealthily obsessed over your shipping of Pitch Black with Alec Baldwin Santa Claus.
Well, it's not really an obsession if that's the only fucking fic I read of those two.
You did not read any other fic between any characters in Rise of the Guardians.
Oh no, I did. I was dead ass a heavy Black Eyes shipper.
Look, I'm not like the shipping type per se. I find interest. Honestly, the whole movie I was going for Sweet Tooth. I don't know why. Call it basic, straight bullshittery, if you will.
You liked Bunnymund and the Tooth Fairy?
Oh shit! Never mind. Then I thought which was Jack Frost and Tooth Fairy. I thought that was Sweet Tooth. What?
I don't remember specifically, but I do want to say that it might be Pearly Whites.
Yeah, that feels about right. Did you go? Hold on. Did you go watch that movie with like any semblance that you might come out being a shipper between characters in the film?
No, not really. I'd coming out like, did I come out like with a ship in mind?
No, did you go in with like?
Oh no, not at all. I just heard DreamWorks film and I was like, you know what? I'm in that age demographic where I should be going out and doing stuff, getting rowdy, so I went to go see a movie, but of course I was at that age where I couldn't be alone. So I strong-armed my friend Zach into seeing it with me. I think he enjoyed it enough. I don't know. He didn't have to pay for it, so
Mom, I want to go spend time with my friends.
Mom,
it's either this or do cocaine, Mom. Take your pick.
Oh, you have no idea how often I used that.
I gotta tell you, I think here's my bad advice for people. If you want to strong arm your parents for anything, just tell them it's either this or insert a drug of your choice they don't like. Don't go with weed anymore. Weed's being more accepted. Say, Mom, I know you're upset I got a D on my report card, but remember, I could be doing heroin right now.
Yeah, anytime my mom, like, it was sort of intermittent. Like, sometimes I was looking at nudity for art. Sometimes I was looking at it for the, shut up, let me finish my sentence. I was looking at it for the degenerate. And my mom would come in and she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I could be doing heroin, but I'm not. Would you like me to do that, Mother? She goes, just, no.
Clear the browser history.
Just lock the door. Like, knock when you come in my room. These are steps we both can take.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of disappointed in my young self. I didn't really have that weaponized, but I grew up in a Mexican household, so it was already pretty much beat into me and my cousins that you are not going to be smart with your parents, which is funny because I'm like the smartest with my mom, and I mean that in the most sarcastic way. I really am smart as my mom. She always asks me, where do you get your sarcasm from? I don't know. Where did you get your sarcasm from?
Damn, do mirrors not work for you?
The call's coming from inside the house, Mama.
The call's coming from the womb.
I got my kindness from my father and my attitude from my mother. I love them both equally.
I'd say you get a bit of your attitude from your dad.
A little bit of attitude.
I wouldn't call it. Maybe just humor. I don't know. You both got a dry sense of humor.
Yeah, we do. I love it. I still love the text I sent him. Remember, he's a Chicago
Oh
Bear
yeah.
fan. Yeah, so I sent him the text of, uh, God saw that the Chicago Bears couldn't win a Super Bowl, so they decided to give him a pope.
Jesus Christ.
And truth be told, I feel like the city of Chicago needs a pope now more than ever, given the fact that the White Sox aren't doing too hot either.
Oh my
Chicago
God.
Bears aren't doing too hot.
Hello, Bear.
And I'm pretty sure that river is still dyed green. But that could just be the natural color at this point. I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
Like, the only time I ever see Chicago is whenever they dye their water green, and it usually lasts for a while. I know it's supposed to be, like, safe for the environment, but still, I'm like, do you really have that much people celebrating St. Patrick's Day, or is it a Cinco de Mayo situation?
I don't know, man. It wouldn't surprise me that people get absolutely sloshed in fucking Chicago for St. Patrick's Day, but I don't know what the demographic of Irish immigrants there specifically would be.
Well, if I remember correctly, St. Patrick's Day isn't even an Irish holiday either. It's more of a, like, again, a Cinco de Mayo kind of thing. Like one of those, oh, like, it's a good event, something happened for our history, but it's nothing we, like, throw parties for.
I know some bars do it, but I think it might be for tourists at least.
Well, I mean, if I remember correctly, too, for another theory, they say St. Patrick's Day with the whole exiling of snakes wasn't about snakes. It was about the pagan religion from Ireland. Because, snakes and heathen or
Yes, yes.
blasphemers. So, yeah, I think that's another reason why people are trying to, are making that argument against St. Patrick's Day, especially for the celebration part.
Wiggle the snake out.
But for the movies, because I'm really curious about another thing too. Your combination for a movie, I have to admit, is intriguing because you have to be like the most simple person, no disrespect, when it comes to movie theater snacks.
Yes.
You are Sour Patch Kids and a popcorn.
Sour candy. I prefer sour gummy worms, but most places stopped bringing in trolley for some reason.
What do you mean? Like every movie theater we've gone to has had a trolley.
No, not down in my hometown. They got rid of it for like a long while. I don't think they brought it back.
Ha, sucker.
How about you fuck yourself?
Okay, but hold on. You say sour candy in general, but I've also seen in your spot down there that they've had other stuff. They've gotten, what's that sour string? The rope?
The airheads.
Is that what they are?
Oh, no. The
sour
sucker.
Yeah, they have a sucker for a face. It's like looking in a mirror for you.
Yeah. Excuse you. If you can, you can hear.
Anyways, God, it's gonna bug me, and you already know what it is. It's like very sticky, even when you touch it on the get-go. Fuck. Whatever. They have that. I know they have that.
Yeah.
So why don't you get that? I never seen you get those.
Because I don't like having sticky shit on my fingers.
Too easy.
It's funny because.
Okay then. But you've never really diversified your snacks, and we need to address that because I feel you have to be adventurous once in your life.
You're gonna have a field day adding second Optixes all over this fucking thing.
Possibly. But for right now, we're gonna deal with what audio tidbits we can pick up.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to reevaluate your dietary practice during movie time because you get those, but you don't get anything else. Look, well, here's my little soapbox moment. If you go to a movie theater, I feel you need to plan appropriately because if you're going for a movie theater and you're going heavy on the food, you do not get dinner after or before. Do not eat anything before or after the movies.
Okay.
Because if you go in with the notion that you are just solely there for the food, you are going to leave with an upset stomach and speeding down the freeway to get home.
That's more of a you experience, but okay.
No, champ, that's universal experience. I know that's universal experience.
I've never had that experience, even when I was.
You don't eat anything other than popcorn and sour candy. I eat others. I eat nachos. I eat corn dogs. I've had a pretzel one time that was dry as hell.
I've had nachos.
Yeah, but I mean, how often do you get nachos? Exactly.
Like every other time, because you also want them.
Yeah, I feel like if nachos are up in there, but I usually get the hot dogs. Look, the one thing I have to say though, for myself at least,
Hmm.
because I can't call you out without calling me out. I will work up the courage one day to order a burger meal from there.
Why the fuck would you do that to yourself?
I am really curious of how it tastes, how it's prepared, but more importantly, I'm really curious of whether or not I will get dysentery like my ancestors. Because no way is that burger going to be properly cooked.
It's all probably already cooked, but then they freeze it. Like how you could have like a freezer burger.
You mean like a Jack and Box style? Just toss it on the grill, let it cook up for a bit, and put it back on the plate.
Oh, not even that, dog.
Ooh, you think it's worse?
I mean like fully cooked in burger bun, cheese, and all, and then they freeze it, and then they just microwave it.
Oh, God, I can only imagine that. That shit has got to be like sloppy, soggy.
Soggy, yes.
Yeah, just like wiggle it around.
That's why I would never. It's like, because I know they don't. It's a movie theater. They don't have a grill back there, so it's obviously going to come out of like a plastic package. And usually, I'm not against a plastic package, but for a burger, no. If I had to pick between a plastic package burger and a burger in a can, I'd shoot myself.
You got two options basically. You got two options. You either have Janet, who's working for college in the back for minimum wage, or you got Julio, who's working under the table. And that's not even like perpetuating a stereotype. That's just a fact at this point for movie theaters, or at least where I'm at.
Hello, kitty boy.
But honestly, the food in general always tantalizes me. It taunts me because it's just like you're selling me a large pizza. You're selling me a large fucking pizza for a movie theater for a movie that's not even gonna be like an hour and a half long. I'm seeing a Ghibli film. That's not gonna be 2 hours. It usually depends on Ghibli. Oh my God, if we go back to Ghibli Fest, I'm next to Ponyo. I'm gonna kill someone. Fucking hell. I just remembered.
Unfortunately, my poor co-host here got to experience a weeaboo dude bro in all its glory in a small confined space.
Fucking hate you. Look, the hate shouldn't be to you. Is hate towards the guy, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate you. I hate that even with my subtle hints that I'm not feeling it right now, that we still didn't move. I was genuinely uncomfortable. I had this guy, like my host here said, come up, sat down next to us, and BO radiated like this was a card shop, all right? He was sweaty and he was stinky. So we were watching Ponyo. Motherfucker. Oh, I just remember other stuff about it.
Oh god.
We were like halfway through the movie itself, and I had not seen Ponyo like ever. So this is my first time. Firstly, if you're a Ghibli fan, this was my first impression of you guys. So congratulations. Secondly, when we were about halfway through the film, I was watching. I was like trying to, fill my senses with something else other than BO, and then I just hear like heavy snoring, breathing right next to me. Like I look over, motherfucker just fell asleep. And it wasn't really like that subtle snoring where like he flinches every 5 seconds because he's got like sleep apnea.
It was
Hocking up a flam every 5 seconds. I'm thinking, man, I'm now understanding why I got bullied a bit in high school for anime.
oh fuck.
We can't deny this anymore. You can be an anime fan or you can be an anime fanatic.
Ugh.
If you are the latter, you are attributing to the bullying problem for the first part. Just the whole BO stereotype, the sweat, like the sweaty t-shirts. And then what did he do? Look, I don't give him too much credit.
He woke up eventually.
He did. Thank God he woke up eventually. I was worried the CBAP machine wasn't properly functioning.
CPAP.
Yeah, you know the song that goes.
No, not CBAT. CPAP.
That's the difference. But we get to the end of Ponyo, and I'm telling son here, oh, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I was like, and then all I hear again next to me, grown ass man with bills. He probably had like an apartment with rent due. Is sweaty, waking up from his CBAP.
Oh my god. PAP. PAP. PAP.
Oh my god, whatever. You think I care right now? You think I care right now about a guy who was sleeping, snoring for a Ghibli film, and then just woke up to sing the fucking Ponyo outro?
Ponyo, 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 fishy in the sea.
I looked slowly to my right at son dying in the inside, like, and then I'm wondering to myself, man, I have no words right now because if whatever I said right now will be immediately flagged. But I was internally thinking, I don't think I want to see a Ghibli film in theaters. I don't think I want to see an anime film in theaters.
You know what the worst bit was?
Oh, there was worse.
He was not the only one singing it. And you want to know what the worst bit was?
He was the only one that was heard.
No. Had he not started singing, I would have been muttering it to myself.
Look, keep it to yourself, all right? You don't have to have everyone else see it. It's a God's country.
Sing it, Frankie Jonas.
That's Frankie Jonas?
Yeah, it's the youngest Jonas sibling and the youngest Cyrus sibling.
Wow. Oh, wow. They really went cheap. They really went for the third Hemsworth brothers of all people for them, huh?
Don't do poor Bud like that,
motherfuckers. Man. Can we get Kevin? No. Can we get Joe? No. Who we got next?
They, you know how, I don't know if you know, but like the Jonas Brothers for their concert, they did like a parody of the Bluey theme song. So
oh no,
it's like Mom, Dad, Bingo, Bluey. So it went through the three main brothers, and I dead ass said Frankie, but no, it said brother.
Fuck.
I felt so bad for Frankie. This poor fucker was like half forgotten even on his own family show.
Was he was in the Jonas Brothers show, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay, thank you. I really need that reassurance. Remember, he was a real person. You are fucking laughing too hard for this.
I feel so bad for him, bro. You ain't Frankie, you ain't.
I'm gonna be honest, like, for at least the Ponyo part, I had at least no problem when there were, like, younger people singing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was that family next to us that were all singing, and I didn't care for that. Because for the most part, they were being mindful to themselves, but at the same time, too, they're younger. They have children with them. So I chalked it off, call it old age right now. It's anime. It's for the young people now.
It's The Little Mermaid, but animated in Japan.
Yeah, it's Japanese The Little Mermaid. I was fine with that. And then that grown-ass man started singing next to me. I was thinking, get a 9 to 5.
This stereotypical brony-looking ass dude.
I know you got a pony Sona. I know you have a jar.
I know you have a modified Rainbow Dash plushie in your house.
And I know that plushie's inside a larger jar.
Oh my god, not the jar.
I feel like the jar is like the equivalency for the game.
Don't
for
leave
my
it
little
on
phone.
the radiator.
Oh.
Please tell me you've seen the photo of that.
Yes, I've seen the photo. The only thing I have to ask is, you want that jar over easy or scrambled?
I want it in hell.
You'll probably get it in hell. God. You're gonna die, get to hell. The devil's gonna be like, you remember what you said when you were living?
You get to take a shower.
I was like, all you hear is squishing from behind him.
Oh no.
It's a little swirling. Oh, why is there hair in it?
Not just any hair.
It's his. It's the hair from all the little ponies. From Rainbow Dash to... that's the only one I know.
Really? You don't know Pinkie Pie. You don't know Applejack. You don't know Twilight
No, I watched
Sparkle.
anime like a regular person. You fucking weirdo.
Celestia.
No, I barely knew Applejack.
Fluttershy.
Do
Rarity.
you know why I only know Applejack?
Why?
Because I love the cereal. That's the only reason why I know Applejack.
I didn't learn anything at all. I
And
was
that's
right all along.
Essentially, ever since I saw that clip, I was like, I think I found my favorite one if I ever watched this show.
I've never seen a single episode of My Little Pony, but I fucking love Applejack.
I fucking love the gumption of this damn little pony. Hell yeah, Bruce. Hell yeah, sister. Get your country out. You know, I'm also gonna be surprised because you were or are, I don't know where you stand as a My Little Pony watcher.
I was, for a while, proud to take the title of Pegasister.
Oh my god, I really cannot say what I want to say because yeah, I think okay, I won't say it, but look at me when I tell you this. Hey, I love you, bro. I got much love. You gotta do a somersault.
I can't.
You gotta do a somersault off somewhere, all right?
I was a not popular person. My friends always felt conditional, so you know, a lovely little kids show about friends doing things together and helping each other in their lowest times kind of attracted me to the whole notion. And then you get more anime based fights and it's like, oh, okay, cool, I'm glad I stuck around.
Yeah, you see, I don't. That's the thing. That's my confliction. I think that's what also is conflicting with any fandom in general. You love the content, and then you look at the deeper fan base, and then you're like, oh, that's why I don't tell people what I like.
Yes.
It's like the My Hero fandom.
You know what's worse?
What's up?
I legitimately went to high school classes wearing a brony shirt.
You have a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's shirt, dude. Of course you did.
I
This is
didn't
not news.
spend money for the Five Nights at Freddy's shirt. I spent money for the brony shirt.
Yeah. Did you also know the sun rose in the east? Did you also know the United States landed on the moon? You know the Earth is flat? Yeah, these are facts.
Roll that back for me, champ.
I know what I said. No. All right, but
And
I'm
also, I'm gonna speak from my chest. Another reason why I liked it was the music. Well, occasionally having its like weird little. Of course, it has to be for fucking kids. Music's a fucking banger. So many of the songs are fucking bangers. You mean to tell me the Super Squeezy Cider 6000 is not a bop? It is.
yeah, you fucking. Oh, oh. I can't judge. Here's the thing. I can't judge. Look, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I will only judge if you get to like a very high obsession level of it. It's the borderline because even I had my own fan or not my own fans. I had my own interests when I was in my youth. All right, I can't deny that. I fucked with Bleach. I fucked with One Piece. A lot of anime stuff I fucked with. I fucked with like, even the stuff that people are like, what the hell did we watch? Which still does not consist of Boku no Pico. And I thank God every day for that. A lot of people always say, you haven't seen it? And then I respond, I know a summary of it. I'm good. You stay safe though. Apparently not, because you already watched it. So I can't really.
It's basically the fucking the monster from Smile. We need to share the trauma.
You be traumatized on your own, dog. Me, I'm good. I escaped school days for nearly 2 decades before my friend's asshole roommate decided to watch it. As I was trying to sleep in the living room.
Oh my god.
Yeah, motherfucker had on the background. I was trying to sleep, so kind of hard to do. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Dick. No wonder you got kicked out like a month after the fact.
Don't. If I'm like briefly, yeah, I'm still on the My Little Pony music, honestly.
Holy shit, you brony.
Here's the thing. It's just so fucking good, and sometimes you'll be thinking this would be the best, like dissociative daydreaming song. It could fit my characters, but then they say every pony, and you're like, God fucking damn it! I am listening to a My Little Pony song.
Is it like how people were trying to hype up uh, Seth MacFarlane's mouse from Sing.
Yes.
I loved it because, firstly, Seth MacFarlane can sing.
Yes.
He can, and that's not a pun for the movie too. That guy has pipes that do rival Sinatra's, or honor Sinatra, I should say. And then he comes out with that My Way version from the movie Sing.
Jesus.
Everyone's like, "Wow, oh, this is awesome! It's so beautiful. It's an honest homage to Frank Sinatra's version." And then it gets to the end. Instead of saying "For what is a man," he says "For what is a mouse," and everyone's just like, "Oh, okay, well."
Like, oh, fuck's sake.
You're still good, Seth, but gotta take it off my playlist now.
Slight aside, apparently, like, I don't know if it was like a recent, but I'm seeing like a large influx of people that are like, wait, what do you? It's specifically just for the song Discord. Like, what do you mean it's a My Little Pony fan? Like, do you not know that the Living Tombstone deadass had a pony Sona? Did you not know the main dude was on various episodes of Bronies React?
What the fuck is Bronies React?
A bunch of bronies were watching and reacting to different episodes.
Is that from Fine Bros?
No.
Okay.
Here's the fucking other thing. Because of Bronies React, that's how I learned about like Black Griffin.
Oh. Oh, okay.
He was on there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that audio. There are allegations.
Allegation.
There are. He
Well,
has allegations right now.
Oh well, yeah. He's either dating or in a relationship or married to Apple Bloom's voice actress.
Who's that?
Applejack's younger sister.
I'm talking about real allegations.
Oh,
Like criminal allegations.
Oh,
He has allegations. Am I actually having to put that audio? There are allegations against him right now.
In what field?
What do you think?
Minecraft field?
Yes.
Or okay, then yeah, that's what I'm talking about because she was a child while recording for that character.
Okay, well, I gotta take some songs off my playlist now.
Oh my god!
Look, if I can,
I cannot enjoy Fandom Alistair anymore.
if I can't enjoy any bangers from anyone, I can't have shit in Detroit, man. Markiplier is like my only reliable one right now.
Look, you gotta at this point.
Don't you say separate the art from the artist?
I'm sorry, you gotta because as much as a banger as Just Gold was,
no,
you gotta throw Mando into a pit of vipers, bro.
I'm not doing that. Firstly, it was only a banger. I don't know what it is about young 20 me here, like prime high school to about 22, 23 me, 23 in me. Yeah, thank you.
It's Father's Day. You too can get a kid.
Do you want to ruin your family dynamic and reveal decades-long secrecy from your family? 23andMe.
You can do it, little potato. Here he goes.
Little fat ass.
Don't be mean. He was in a crevice.
Little crevice with fat rolls. Ay! Hit me. Okay.
One time.
Shut up,
Hit me
Hexus.
twice.
Oh my fucking god. We're getting way off, but honestly, we can tie it back to Hexus if you want to go into your Don Bluth era.
No, that's not a Don Bluth movie.
It's same aesthetic.
It does not.
Whatever. I actually do want to go back to Don Bluth in a bit, but what I was going to say though, that I really did like blast the hell out of a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's songs.
Oh fuck yeah!
I have no idea. I didn't even play the games. I only recently played the games. You saw me stream.
Yes.
Me play the games over on Optix on Twitch.
Yes, I've never played them. I just watch people play them. Why the fuck would I spend money on that?
Horror aspect, scares, frights.
I can get the horror and the scares by watching someone else, and also I don't have to spend the money on the game.
Yeah, you say someone else, but I bet you it was either Jack, Decepticeye, or Mark.
It was mostly Mark, but I do recall. Here's the thing: the first people I ever saw playing it was Michael and Gavin.
Oh, Achievement Hunter.
Yeah,
That's a relic. You know they're alligator.
Oh my god.
Actually, yeah, there are against the company.
Yeah, the company. Yeah.
Yeah, the company. I'm so happy Gavin and Michael got out, and Ray. I don't know about Gus and Jeff.
Jeff was having his own thing. I don't know about Gus, but I think Jack was fine. I don't.
Was Jack the one with the long beard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's say like.
What about Ryan? I know Ryan
Nope.
sounded creepy as shit.
No, yeah.
What do you mean?
He also had the same allegations as Jack, if I remember correctly. And then, oh no, sorry, Bernie. That's
Bernie. Yeah, that's okay.
that's what I meant.
Okay, yeah, Jack was, fucking Charlie Ginger Giant over there.
Mm,
I still remember they're like, oh no.
what?
Back to the ships.
Fuck. There were ship for. Oh yeah, I forgot. Everyone's a weirdo.
Yeah. But I did. Well, I don't know. They used the fandom. The creepy part of the fandom used like their team names as the ship names. But for I know Jack and Ryan, it was team same voice.
They really did have the same voice. I forget about that.
Yeah, you had to be watching the videos for a long while to like pick up on the subtle differences in their voice. Because even if you just jumped in, even my mom was like, "Who the fuck is talking right now?"
I still never picked it up. Honestly, after so many years, I went back to watch some Achievement Hunter stuff because I was working still at my food job and I was bored doing dishes.
Mm.
And I was remembering there was one part they're playing golf it. I hear Jack's voice talk, and then it leads from a question to an answer. And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck is he talking to himself right now?
It's Ryan responding.
Yeah. And then I have to like look up, dry my hands real quick, scroll back real quick, and then it just shows that it's Ryan talking. And I'm like, oh wow, they've actually had such. Oh no, I can't do this anymore.
I had to put it into words, and it's mostly tone. Jack, when he's talking, sounds more jovial, while Ryan talking sounds more sinister.
And both were sinister nonetheless.
Oh my god.
What they were.
Show me the reports.
I don't fucking know what to find the report is. I just remember that the person had solid evidence.
Okay, then.
So as far as I'm aware, I'm like, look, like me saying I'm not gonna watch Rooster Teeth or anything produced by it right now means nothing because if you go to their channel right now, they haven't passed anything above like 10K in over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Every video nowadays is just like 10K. They try to do what Smosh is doing right now.
Yeah.
But they're trying too hard at it. And it's like watching the collapse of an empire because they were like peak back in the mid 2010s.
Even in like in the mid 2000s, I remember Red versus Blue was like fucking everything.
Mm-hmm. Like they were like dominating the internet, and then now they just collapse. It's like watching Rome fall. It is seeing Caesar get stabbed by all his senators, and then just slowly Constantine just slowly brings about the fall of the empire. Honestly, the early 2000s still had a stronghold for, or sorry, the late 2000s, early 2010s had a stronghold for fandom music that tragically does really. I don't know what is up with the pipeline of like criminals going from being revered, happy-go-lucky to just outright being assholes later after it's found they are being weird.
I have no idea, man.
It is like a straight pipeline for it. It's Mini Lad. Mini Lad, happy, joyful, slightly obnoxious. Oh, he does bad stuff. And now he's a weirdo.
Then you get your name on a fucking stadium and all of a sudden you're diddling things.
The minute they pass 1 million subscribers, I think I want to break a law.
Oh, God.
Mostly common amongst Minecrafters, though.
Which is so fucking weird. Just shut up and put the dirt block on the ground, bro.
How do we get from here? How do we get from find out how to make a structured home with diamond pieces to I want to address the allegations against me right now? What
releasing an entire Google Doc.
It's just pulling out the ukulele. God.
I did not touch them.
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know why. Look. hear me out for a second.
What do you mean, hear me out?
I'm just gonna say, I think the one person who had like the better apology for getting caught any crime, Bill Clinton.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
He admitted to it when it happened. He apologized and stuff. He got caught. And like that's it. That's all she wrote. He at least owned up to everyone else who's like been found for this are still doubling down and usually go about it in such a like they're out to get me. It's all a conspiracy. Like they probably did a line before they even started recording and then just started going off the deep end.
You are gonna have so much fun adding little Optixes everywhere.
I don't think he's everywhere. It's not getting picked up in your microphone right now. You're just being weird.
I can. When I'm watching you get passionate, I can see it happening.
Well, we'll deal with that when it happens. Yep, I see it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you guys. You guys just have a shitty mic.
My mic is fine.
No, it's not. Yours is like the 2 generations before mine. That's why mine doesn't pick yours up as much, if at all.
Yeah, yours does not pick me up at all, and I'm also keeping like a consistent low tone.
Granted, but that's like the point. So if we're going back to the fandoms, I cannot get invested anymore with songs or YouTubers making songs for popular,
Fandoms?
Huh?
For fandoms?
Yeah, for fandoms in general. Because then there will come about like some weird allegation that doesn't really take away how much I enjoyed it, but it's more just, man, if you make another banger, I'm gonna have trouble supporting that one, dude.
Jesus.
Because, dude, I'm not trying to defend this guy when I say it, all right?
Oh my god.
It's just a Kanye situation.
No.
Hold on, all right? Before the whole batshit insane right-wing bullshit he's going on right now.
Well, this has been Couch Potatoes, episode 2.
Oh,
We
fuck
will
off.
now be ending.
You act like I'm saying that I'm supporting him. I'm not. But it's one of those things that how people go back to Kanye every time and they use graduation as an excuse.
Graduation.
Yeah. Like, one anti-Semitic remark, boom, he made graduation, comes out with Donda, another anti-Semitic remark, boom, he made graduation. It's like a cycle of abuse. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. If something happens with the Living Tombstone, hypothetically, I'm not going to go, but he made Discord. He made Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, if it's like very severe, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to say to myself, get the chair. Hit him from the back. Watch out.
Oh my god.
Didn't pull a wrestling move on him.
RKO out of nowhere.
My God Almighty, it's Jeff Hardy from this high rope.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh man, hold on. Did you hear about there are allegations again for another DA games?
Oh my god, what now?
Why do you keep asking? You know goddamn well what the allegations are for some YouTubers. I have not met one YouTuber where they haven't been accused of something harmless like embezzlement or tax evasion, you know, something like that. No, it's always have to do with being a mini lad with many lads.
You are, and I'm speaking to these people now. You are a semi-successful, well-known singer. You have a fan base that appreciates you, and I can guarantee you that a mass majority of them are over the age of 18. Maybe focus on that if you want to get your power trip and not on a 14-year-old.
They just, it's every time. I'm telling you, it's when you hit 1 million subscribers anywhere, you immediately, like, everyone, the only one that hasn't done it, and God bless these ones, are either Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. You also got other people like Jaden Animation, Odd Ones Out. I would have included Mr. Beast, but I'm not gonna let everyone forget. I'm not gonna let everyone forget that Mr. Beast still does have those allegations of hiding people who are offenders on his team.
I would love an avocado. There's this perfectly ripe one here, but this unripe one that would break my teeth. Delicious. Dumbass.
What analogy is this?
I mean, the analogy of fucking these people going after fucking minors. Why? Why?
This is why Kendrick is supported.
Oh my god.
It's getting hard out here though. Finding like someone you can like as either a content creator or an actor, musician. It's getting hard to find someone who's not going to be that type of weirdo.
This is precisely why I don't really interact with like widespread artists, because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna turn around and then they're fucking, now hear me out on AI, and then they get a critique, and then they jump straight into racism, and it's like, okay, cool.
We need the best minds on figuring out why exactly it goes from stumbling to the bottom and then digging the hole deeper by going on some batshit conspiratorial nonsense.
I've got a jackhammer, may as well go deeper, maybe I'll hit gold. No, you're gonna keep building your grave, dog.
Dude, but there's this artist I used to listen to called, I kind of still do somewhat. His name is B.O.B. He was such a great artist, man. He had a lot. Don't Let Me Fall. He go what else was it? Strange Clouds. He had some stuff you will listen to on repeat, and then it's like he had a little gap, like a long gap between album making, and then he goes on Twitter and he says, y'all know the earth is flat, right? And then I'm just thinking, God damn it, I can't really enjoy any of you guys, can I? I mean, the only one actor and musician that I can at least defend, hopefully, knock on wood, Jerry Trainer, please. You have been my idol ever since I found out you almost fought Dan Schneider. Please do not do anything bad. I love you.
I need that A24 movie. I need it made, where it's just him hunting pedophiles.
I was not even talking about the A24 version of the horror movie where it's Crazy Steve kidnapping Carly.
Oh no, I don't care about that.
You know that I think it was Drake, either Drake or Josh, one of the
Drake.
two.
It was Drake.
The one that confirmed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it. I'm like, wow, so we're casually admitting that this is essentially a kidnapping series now. Well, I mean, like, at that point, though, they have her hostage, so it's not like they can do much to help her. Ooh, you know what was a good show growing up?
Carry On?
What's that?
No, I'm saying Carry On.
Yeah, what's that? I know the look you're giving me. Anyways, I'll stop being stupid.
Proceed! Let's go! Continue! Keep talking, chuckle fuck!
Cartoon Network had the best shows. Cartoon Network had the best shows growing up.
Mm.
I will stand on that hill. And I know this takes consideration a lot of stuff for other channels. Disney had American Dragon, Nickelodeon had SpongeBob. Cartoon Network had variety, and it was consistent variety.
Mm.
Do you remember that weird experimental age for Cartoon Network?
Yes.
And I'm not even talking about just the live action era. I'm talking about the weird era. I don't know what it's probably called, but I think that fits it. Like Team Fortress or Team Mountain, something awesome.
It was they were bouncing back from their live action, but they just couldn't seem to get like a good stream, so they just had the most random shit happening.
I didn't like any of it.
Yeah, no, I fucking dipped out of Cartoon Network for a hot minute.
That said, I hella loved the live action. I mostly loved Destroy Build Destroyed.
Oh my god, of course you were.
Yeah, I was living the stereotypical man life. Was that it was like caveman grunting whenever that show came on. It was ooh destroy, ooga booga, fire good.
I remember a show that was just absolutely fucking wild in concept, and I hope when I start explaining it to you, you'll remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So this little middle school boy, he and I want to say friends. I don't think.
Does he have a magical journal to bring back characters?
Journal?
Yeah.
No,
Damn. Okay.
but there are characters. He's at like an amusement park. I think it's like the last day of summer or something.
All right.
He gets into an accident,
Mm.
and his fucking brain is busted, so he has to get a brain transplant.
Oh, and then he could create characters with his mind.
No, he could not create them.
I'm telling you.
He saw the characters that were created by the original Brains creator. It was called Reanimated.
Yes, I do remember that.
With the fucking woodchuck or whatever the shit.
And then like a Top Hat cat ripoff.
I don't think so. My phone is charging. I can't like double check like I typically do.
Someone will fact check us.
But then I remember that it originally was a movie, and then they went to a show, and I don't know which direction, but they swapped the best friend and the love interest that was the best friend's sister from either Asian to black or black to Asian.
Whoa. It's just how the animator's mind, the original mind's perceiving it now.
Oh my god.
The racism was strong, and the original animator is race swapping everybody. I know what you're talking about. I didn't watch it. I just remember it.
Mm.
But do you remember there was this one show on Cartoon Network that was a Problem Solvers?
No.
Oh, you never saw Problem Solvers?
No.
Oh, you are a beautiful, beautiful child.
Okay.
Because that show was, I'm telling you, I think it was Team Mountain Fort Awesome. Either way, it was one of those disgustingly drawn shows.
Oh no.
That just had a unappealing. It was like Mad TV level of caricature for some parts.
Mm.
It was so disgusting because I think Dan Schneider was on it.
Oh god.
Or Dana.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Dana Snyder, not Schneider.
That was also Schneider.
No.
Either way, yeah, it had Dana Snyder on it, and it was obnoxiously bright. And what's the word for those colors that just make you want to look away? It's not even like one of those.
Oversaturated.
Yeah, oversaturated. It was hella oversaturated. I hated every bit of it. But what I still will say about Cartoon Network's era during that time is just a diverse portfolio of shows. You didn't have one show. You hated Problem Solvers? Go watch Dude, What Would Happen. You hated Dude, What Would Happen? Thank God they got Chowder coming on in like an hour or two. You hate Chowder? Try again. I don't think anyone ever hates Chowder. Chowder is one of those shows that builds the humor we have right now.
Even my mom enjoyed it.
Fucking Chowder was top tier comedy. I think the only episode for Chowder I hated, but that's because it made me scared. Do you remember the Cinnamony monster?
Yes.
Oh, I was terrified of that.
Oh, poor sensitive baby.
Dude, I don't think it was just the Cinnamony monster design that scared me. It was just how the episode ended was them getting kidnapped, saying, "This is where we are now, Chowder." I'm like, what do you mean?
Next week's episode is completely normal. What do you mean?
I was like, what happened? The Cinnamony kidnapped him. It was genuinely a show that builds the weird humor. Like, it's just a sarcasm from Chowder of, what was it? Oh, yeah, would you sell it for
would you give a free sample to a pretty lady? Yeah, sure. You know any? Would you give a free sample to an ugly lady?
No.
Ugly ladies have to pay.
Oh, and then crap, that episode. Oh, where he has to renew his license, the food license.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I didn't ask for mayonnaise, but the recipe asked for mayonnaise. And I followed it. Yes, but this customer is allergic to mayonnaise, and he starts puffing up.
Jesus Christ.
I honestly don't know what was better for early cartoons though. 2000 cartoons, because we're gonna go to fucking whole history of cartoons, man. It's like 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which was a better show in the early 2000s. What I call the formative age of comedy for our generation. It was either Chowder, Flapjack, Foster's Home, or arguably, and I say that very immensely because it didn't really have much comedy, but it had some bits that were funny. Samurai Jack.
I would say humor. Well, to be fair, Flapjack's kind of like the grandfather of so many like more modern TV shows, like even
Like Gravity Falls.
like Gravity. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking more specifically just Cartoon Network, but yeah.
Honestly, those shows that later built from Flapjack, if it had like personifications of like a family lineage, Flapjack is that grandpa that's like gone crazy in the home.
The one that took war spoils.
The one that's like not brought up for holidays until he shows up. Do you remember the Adventure Time episode where the Royal Tart Maker is running about?
No.
Oh, dude. I'll show you this later. But the Royal Tart Maker is like the crazy old guy that was going around trying to do his job, but he got fired years ago. So he was just like a senile old man trying to just barge in places talking about, do you want my tots? Have my tots.
I'm about to say something very sacrilegious.
Go ahead, champ. We're all safe here.
Given my love of cartoons, I never earnestly watched an entire episode of Adventure Time.
Not one episode.
Well, I did watch the entirety of like the Fiona and Cake episodes, and then I did watch the entirety of Fiona and Cake. The series, I never watched an Adventure Time centered around our homeboys.
I bet your ass that the minute you finish watching the Fiona Cake one, you're like, they should make a show about that Finn guy. That'd be a pop.
No, I fucking knew who Finn was. I just never got into it.
We should know more about that human. I don't know what's his deal, but I like the cut his jib.
For Adventure Time, the similar thing as to why I didn't get into Homestuck or like One Piece. By the time it got introduced to me, it was already like balls deep way in, and there was no way in hell I was catching up unless I was having like a manic summer, okay?
Dude, I was trying to get into Homestuck when I first found out about it because I was at that age of like finding any fandom I wanted to see, like join it. But honestly, when I was trying so hard to look, I was thinking to myself, this is taking too long just to find. Google doesn't even have it on page 1. I'm done. I just gave up.
Like, I had a friend, like, even, like, send me, like, the beginning of it, but I'm like, dude, we're already, like, thousands into this. I can't.
Yeah, you're not ready for One Piece then.
I never had any fucking interest in it either. My interest spans just into Purple Eyes for the Win abridged series. That's it.
No, you had interest in the 4Kids One Piece.
No, the fuck I didn't.
It's fucking
I didn't even
banger
watch
of an
that
opener.
No, it was because it was used as like such a repetitive joke, even in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged like crossovers. It
the fuck you mean, Crumb? Because that's such a slammer.
It's literally like the opening happening, and it's little Karibo like being Yami, and he's looking at the TV like disgusted, and like, this has how many episodes?
Not enough.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna tell you, I'll be honest, I honestly stopped watching the 4Kids one because I stopped waking up at that time to watch in the mornings. I, for the longest time, still thought that the dub version we get to this day was still the 4Kids rendition of One Piece.
It's probably, but then since 4Kids...
No, it's not.
Oh, they changed the voice actors too?
They didn't have the same voice actors in general.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like Viz Media stepped in.
Dude, I heard Sanji's 4Kids voice. Ooh, man. I've never heard a man more bored of his job than that. I honestly was wondering to myself, now, how did this pass for entertainment for a kid? Then I remembered, yeah, he's made of rubber. He can kick your ass. Fuck him up, Luffy. Use the power of the gum gum fruit.
I feel like people who were introduced to anime through 4Kids severely got fucked over. Because if you watch the Japanese dub for Tokyo Mew Mew, you get why Kishu has all these Sims. You watch Mew Mew Power, the fucking dubbed version for 4Kids of Tokyo Mew Mew, you're wondering, how the fuck does this queer have a following? And I need you to
That's
take
why you can't say that.
No, I'm flying rainbows higher than the fucking sky. What the hell are you going on about? Because, like, literally, it's the most, like, Kinsey 6, like, hand flap sounding gay voice for this, like, antagonist. And I don't know if it was deliberate. Like, what do you mean? I need you in your spare time, maybe after this recording, to sit down and listen to this fucking character's dubbing. And you're gonna wonder, why is he going after a woman? Why are you going after a girl? You are not straight, sir.
I know what you are.
You are in a crop top and balloon shorts with ribbons coming off of you. You are not straight with that voice.
Honestly, for another part for the childhood cartoons that we watched growing up, do you remember WB's weird edgy era?
Lately?
They had this era for a lot of cartoons being more edgy, darker, heavy in tone.
Mm-hmm.
So they had like
Batman Beyond.
Loved it, Batman Beyond. What was it? Looney Tunes Power or something?
Some shit like that.
Yeah, it was like the Looney Tunes cast, but they're like roided up anime fighters. I swear to fucking God, when I found out that existed, firstly, I actually did enjoy it. I can't deny that.
God.
Look, I'm a boy, all right? I'm a man.
Mm-hmm.
So if I see swords or anything,
Oh boy, guns.
all right, shoot them, fuck them up. Show them the second American spirit.
Just you little you with a bowl of cereal. Just, you can do it. Get 'em.
Show them why we have mass shootings.
Oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, put that health insurance to good use. Fuck him up. You know what? I was actually
Turn
surprised.
him into Swiss cheese.
I was. You're fucking awful. You know what? I was genuinely surprised when I saw that. I honestly didn't know they did not have Elmer Fudd.
Oh no.
Of all the fucking people, you could have had Elmer Fudd. You don't even have to give him like any different weapons.
Just gave its fucking shotgun.
There's 2 rounds in here. One's for you, one's for me if I get surrounded. I'm like, fucking Elmer, what the hell?
One for you, one for God.
This is for you to take to the devil next.
Oh my hi.
I remember that too for the show. They try to keep their personalities attached to their new. They're also in the future. They're in the future. I don't know how far in the future, but given it was early 2000s, I want to say probably this year. Because for some fucking reason, 2020.
We could have had flying cars, but now we have ooh-ee-ah cat fucking concerts. A guy spinning it on a fucking pole.
Flying cars, they say, and it's just a Cybertruck crashing every time they go off road.
It's just a fence post poking through a Cybertruck's gas canister.
Flying cars, but someone decided to bring William Afton to life.
My name is Edwin.
Christ, not that one either.
I mean the
they had the personalities with their badass personas. That's what I'm going to call it for now.
Jesus.
Because it was like them trying to put a persona over their characters. You have any idea how fucking bizarre it is to see Bugs like be a smart ass crack whip? Crap, what's the word? Wow, that went over for a sec. Shit, help me out, dude.
Smart ass.
Yeah, it's a smart ass, but I was probably gonna say whippersnapper, but
Whippersnapper.
yeah, that sounds old saying that. Wisecracker.
Little whippersnapper making his little jabs and jokes.
Who the hell are you, Elmer Fudd?
I don't know. I'm gonna see God now.
Let me show you why we are the most gun ratio.
Number one in mass shootings and number one in guns.
I have honestly never gotten over the fact that they try to do that. You need to watch an episode. You know what's even worse? Around this time, they had Baby Looney Tunes still.
I watched the shit out of Baby Looney Tunes.
Fuck,
Don't
yeah,
even
we
get me
did.
started.
Every morning, 6:30 a.m., waking up, all I hear is I'm getting my bowl of cereal. Hey there, everybody, it's a view. I'm like, yeah, Mom,
Oh my god.
Mom, they got Looney Tunes on right now.
You know what? I'll watch your edgy ass Looney Tunes reboot if you watch my anime Powerpuff Girls reboot.
I actually am not against that, and I have no idea why it wasn't as popular. But I chalk that up to it being one of those things clouded by nostalgia.
Yeah, probably. I thought it. Well, yeah, you're trying to basically introduce what's already or reintroduce what's already like an American staple made for by Japanese people back into American society.
Yeah. And you know, like that. I'm going to say off of blind guess because I never seen it. Like the anime Lilo and Stitch. And I understand though why people gave it criticism. Because the whole notion that Lilo pretty much gave up Stitch because she wanted to go to, I think, college.
No, Stitch left because apparently she was spending so much time and attention on her boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh, that's worse. That's way worse. Yeah, I understand that. I like assassinating Lilo's character. But I also have to say, as a show itself, I do want to give it a shot just to see how it could be if it was like a standalone premise without any connection to like Lilo and Stitch.
Oh no, Jumba and Pleakley were still there.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And I think it's like when he was flying away, he crashed his ship in like a small remote Japanese island. Oh, we're branching out here.
Oh.
But I think he like crashed into like some fucking god's shrine or something, and he had a curse, and then he has to do like this certain amount of good deeds to like be free of it or something. Like it had a watch that tracked it or some shit. I only watched a couple episodes because I was like, you know what? I finished Lilo and Stitch the series. There's no more like movies coming out. I gave Powerpuff Girls Z a chance. You know, I'll give Stitch the anime a chance. I fucking left.
Oh, that man, that bad, huh?
Because here's the thing. It's still Stitch with a little girl in a red dress on a small fucking island.
You're pretty much saying, why didn't they just keep Lilo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made it, Lilo and Stitch, but Japanese. And also lessons.
I mean, there were lessons in the original one too.
But I mean, like he had to like do like a genuine good deeds. And here's the weird thing. Again, why is Stitch shipped with his cousin? Get the fucking banjos, honestly. Like some of the cousins showed up.
Yeah, but hold on, they're not cousins biologically. Come on.
Okay, they're siblings.
They're not even siblings biologically.
Jumbo made them all. He is their father.
If God made us all, are we all not siblings with each other?
Oh no, you tell me, Mr. Agnostic.
I play all my cards right, just like
the fucking dude in the mummy. Just
I'm gonna have all the necklaces on my desk.
Allahu Akbar. Blessed be with you.
I'm sure. Also, when I do die.
Oh god.
Exactly.
Fuck off! Every time I hate that. I hate when you do that.
I love doing it.
You talk about Jesus and I go, oh, Jesus. Yeah, exactly. Fuck yourself.
When I do go, give me 2 nickels, 2 gold coins.
2 pennies for the boatman.
Give me 2 whatever equivalency is to a Roman coin, all right?
Oh, okay.
Just in case. So I'm like, here.
I will put every, like, measurement of coin currency that I know of in your grave.
This is a John F. Kennedy coin. You mean to tell me you don't take JFK?
I need 2.
That's mind blowing for a different reason this
I
time.
need 2 coins. I don't care if they're actual coins or if they're those gimmicky Chinese ancient coins you get at a fucking museum gift shop. Kiddo, I need 2 coins.
We'll try to hustle him.
Don't try to hustle the fucking ferryman.
Look, you need 2 coins, but how do I know you're not going to stop halfway? How about I give you 1 coin now? I'll give you the other coin after. Huh?
I have coins from Flappy Bird. Does that work?
Jesus Christ. I got this play money from Monopoly. Take it or leave it.
I got the play coins from Connect 4. Does that work?
My ass is going to get beat with an oar when I die. I know it.
You're gonna become Cerberus's chew toy.
I know what I did, you bastards.
Into the river Styx you go, you piece of shit. I'm tired of you standing on my shoreline.
Ugh. I play all my cards right. I get my one reward one way or another. Okay, well, out of sacrilegious talk for all of them. Back to the what was it, the matter about Stitch being abandoned or something?
Or something like that.
Yeah, wow, we really do get off track so easily, huh?
Who started this talking about movie theaters?
Yeah, then when our little ADD comes into play, and now we just start talking about whatever connects to the word the. The break time! What the fuck was that?
It's from SpongeBob!
Holy shit, you're right. Oh my god, I just realized that's what played after he says the. Holy hell.
I am a walking, breathing soundboard.
You're Dan Versus. Who built Mount Rushmore? Something Goon? Something German or something?
And then his son finished it.
And where's it built?
I don't know, fucking Ecuador or something. Where are you taking me? I will not be trapped like a rat. I love Dan Versus. This is one of my favorite cartoons. It's insane. It was on the same channel as My Little Pony.
That's right. It's what Discovery Kids, right?
It was Hasbro. So I don't think it was Discovery Kids, but it might be. I don't know. They the hub.
Oh, the hub. Oh.
I think it was like Discovery Hub for a while, but then
yeah, oh yeah, it was. Well, for me at least, a channel we had Comcast growing up. It was channel 121. I remember every channel from my childhood how it was designated, and I remember the special channel you went to late at night. Fucking little bastards took away that channel. I'm pissed.
Fucking no, you couldn't have used the computer. Usually, I could use the computer because it's a family computer.
I ain't gonna risk no virus.
Well, some of us risked it and suffered multiple times.
Yeah, no shit, that's why.
But I still had the balls to venture forth.
The closest I got to using something else was it's just my mom's phone. And then I got caught in the bathroom. Mom's banging the bathroom. What are you doing in there? No, what? I couldn't even watch shit. It was like early 2000s. It was poor reception. I couldn't get jack. So it was me just.
I'm watching porn by yourself.
No, I'm with a science team. Yeah.
I don't know if that even picked up, honestly.
Probably not.
Damn.
I bet it probably picked up my little bit right there about the whole science team. They'll probably piece together 1 and 2. Remember, people, we went from movie theaters talking about our discovery of our own bodies at the age of, what, like 13, 14?
Spending night alone, handsome?
No.
No. For you, it was probably 13. What the fuck?
Probably.
Hold on, let me do the math.
What the hell is our podcast about anymore now?
I think I was.
All right, champ. Let's go ahead and talk about something else now. We're getting weird. So back to our Looney Tunes bit.
Remember, parents, please put locks on your computer, because if you think your kids can't, they will find a way.
We really lived in a real.
You wouldn't download a pizza.
God, I would. Well, I mean, I kind of do. I just gotta go Google, find an image, download a pizza from there.
Why would you download a movie?
I don't understand how we went from that era of parents being like, be careful online, don't believe what you see, to did you see this picture of a giant squid inside an active volcano? They're saying it's a sign from God, and it's just like the most rage bait AI squid out there that has 9 tentacles. You're like trying to figure out if you should get your mom checked psychologically or just placate her.
If they're in a home, you may as well placate them.
I had I had someone at my old job. He wasn't old. That's the sad part when I tell you this. I had this guy show me a picture where on the beach was a giant squid, and and surrounding it were like people, but they were definitely smaller than a squid.
Yeah.
They were telling me, "Can you believe that? They found the giant colossal squid." And I look closer, and then you start seeing some of the
distortions.
Yeah, and you're like, "Oh man, we're in trouble, aren't we?"
Oh, but let me tell you about Photoshop.
Photoshop, that shit was AI. It ain't no Photoshop.
With Photoshop 2024, you too can generate images.
This is how we start plugging in when we get sponsored. We're just gonna lead it in that somehow segues into like a sponsorship ad. Are we gonna be like dead meat
with generative prompts?
With Raycon, I was trying to figure. He's young enough to know better. But honestly, I clock out in like 30 minutes. I don't think I should have the energy to correct this.
My paycheck does not account for this.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, wow. Oh man, giant yeah.
Oh, return of the baked potato.
Yeah, there's Kitty.
Oh, hello, my boy. Oh, I love you so much.
But still, I don't know how parents got into the age where they can no longer also distinguish what's real, what's fake.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting to that like whole start thinking your toaster people because it's going to happen sooner or later.
I always tell Alexa thank you.
I don't even have Alexa.
Well, at my jobs.
Fair enough. I tell my microphone he's doing a good job so far. So far.
Oh, hello. I love you so much.
Do you know what though I can go for when the robots take over?
Mm.
If they can at least bring back Samurai Jack for a new revised ending, I'd be down for it.
Bring back the Choco Taco and my life is yours.
I never had Choco Taco.
Oh, you bastard.
Never had Choco. I gotta say, the way you guys hyped it up, you make it sound like I missed out on Jesus. Don't you even say like it's close enough.
Oh, it was pretty good, man. I don't know. For you who doesn't really like sweets, I don't know if you'd fully enjoy it, but you also seem to enjoy like waffle cones, so I don't know, maybe.
I'm relatively decent with waffle cones. Like if we're getting a drumstick, I only eat a drumstick that has a filling. I don't eat the vanilla. I usually only eat chocolate drumsticks or a caramel drumstick, but the caramel is not my go-to.
I like the drumsticks that have like a smooth top, honestly. Like, okay, sometimes I enjoy the peanuts, but most times I literally just want the fucking ice cream and the cone, but I have to get through that little knob on top. That's why I like those ones that it's just the bottoms.
I don't know what ice cream I had that made me feel disgusted. It was in one of those small cups. Bear with me as I describe it, okay?
Okay.
It was a small cup. It had green, red coloring on it. It was a sour ice cream. I cannot remember what it was called, but it had a high sour quantity that was acidic. And when I ate it my first time, my stomach was cramping.
Your stomach flipped.
My stomach was trying to escape. So
it could. I don't think sour heads or warheads had fucking ice cream. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Actually,
you really don't know?
No.
Damn.
Like, where did you get it?
Off the ice cream truck, man. Like the whole beat down ice cream truck going 5 miles down the street on repeat. Oh man, I also remember
was it a van or was it a freight truck?
How the freight truck?
Well, when I think like there's been like two different kind, or a better, was it a like a rectangle shape, or was it more like a Volkswagen van shape?
Neither. Okay, you want to describe it?
Yeah.
Okay. So while there was the van, I didn't trust the van one though. Mostly because my mom really beat into the head, don't go to strangers' vans.
God.
So it was like, oh no. I don't want to. It was like a blue van too, so it wasn't like the whole white windowless van.
Oh no.
I did not trust it either way, so I kind of steered clear when the van rolled by. My ice cream truck was white colored,
Okay.
square shaped, boxed, if you will.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm saying okay. Like continue.
Yeah. No.
Carry on, fuck face. I'm invested.
All right. Damn. But it was white, a white box shaped, if you will. It had, for me at least, it had like a graded fence around it. Like the windows would have a graded fence.
What the fuck?
What part of fucking ghetto do you not understand, dude? Just because my family likes to say, "Oh, it wasn't so bad around here," doesn't mean it wasn't bad.
You dead ass had like jewelry store grates on your fucking ice cream van.
Yes. Yes, that shit that you see when you drive by like a closed store that had like those
The
blocks.
grates.
Yeah, they had that. It had that.
No.
Did yours not have it?
No, none of mine did.
Wow, you were spoiled growing up then.
Well, to be fair, unless it was an adult, you were not reaching up that fucking window.
That probably explains why. But okay, so that's what the van we commonly had where I lived. I don't know much more I could explain it as. It wasn't. There was not really the what you're describing, a truck.
Yeah.
Or Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
The rounded one.
Yeah, there was just the van or the car.
Now, was it covered in stickers or did it have like art?
Stickers.
Okay.
Like mostly stickers, peeled away, obviously from the sun.
So I'm remembering when in middle school, like a kid, I don't remember, like at least once a week, it was supposed to be like a food truck, but then they had like just ice cream and shit, and then they had like actual high quality images of like, oh, you could get this combination of stuff or this combination of stuff, or you can just get the fucking like busted ass Spider-Man with the gumball.
You know damn well you would never get like the perfect ice cream. It is like winning the lottery. It is winning the jackpot.
I like my bubbles.
It is making sure. Firstly, I have to admit though, I got the SpongeBob only one time.
Oh my god!
Because I was stupidly loyal to that sour one.
Oh my god!
The one I just said made me sick.
Why would you keep going back to it?
I like sour. I enjoy sour. Sue me.
God.
But I had gotten the SpongeBob one only one time, and that one time was had been the ice cream itself. Liked it. It was enjoyable.
Okay.
The bubble gum was excruciatingly hard.
Yes.
To eat. It was like jawbreaker levels. I had to wait a minute or two as it rested in my mouth. And I'm thinking to myself, this is going to have to be worse than if I break a tooth.
No, you had to wait like 2 decades.
2 decades, a couple of kids later, to make sure your tooth is not fractured yet.
Just have to wait for your good friend Sunspot to make Papa's chorizo incorrectly, apparently.
Yeah, undercook the Papa's part, and then all of a sudden, is my tooth broken? Way to go, champ. Now I got a crown on right now, and my top half of my left molar is missing. That's the dentist on that one, though. They shaved that shit down greatly.
Poor dude.
But ice cream truck wise, mainly that. I still am surprised you did not have that one.
No.
What did you get from ice cream truck though?
It was either the Neapolitan ice cream bars, occasionally the character one. That was always, I'd always want Buttercup, but most of the time the ice cream truck only had bubbles.
Oh no, we're talking about like Powerpuff Girls, right?
Yes.
Okay, double checking.
And then Sometimes a fudgesicle, but mostly it was the Neapolitan bar or just like a straight just ice cream sandwich.
When I have to retract my statement. I didn't just get the sour one.
Okay.
I got a push pop as much. I got. What the fuck do you mean? Don't you give me that deep sigh?
Basic bitch.
Fuck you. I got the.
I say I like ice cream sandwiches.
Of course, your ass did.
Leave me alone. I was like, I'd hear the music, and then I'd go racing in. Grandpa, I need $1. Ice cream truck. Grandpa, it's down the hill. You know my grandparents' house. Like, no, you could look down, you could see the ice cream truck, and I was like going over to his chair, slapping the side of it, going, Grandpa, I need $1. I want ice cream, Grandpa. And he's like, wait a minute. And he's like the man thing where he always has his fucking wallet in the pocket that's the hardest to get out. I'm like, Grandpa, I need $1.
Just tell him that the Vietnamese are surrounding him and he's move fast.
Leave my grandpa alone. Let him
Grandpa,
rest.
they're the trees. They're the trees. They need $1.25.
But then, like, he'd see how panicked I was, and he's just like, take a 5, get me something. I'm like, Grandpa, you're diabetic. Get me something.
He lived all the way till the late 90s.
No.
80s.
40. 83. 83.
All right, he lived to the 80s. Let's say diabetes couldn't take him.
No, but something else did. I don't know. I'd probably have to check his fucking death certificate. I just got a text. Yeah, hey, Grandpa died.
Oh.
Okay, Mom.
Your response was a thumbs up emoji.
I was like, oh, how's Grandma? Because I knew in that situation my grandma was like, you know, the more important, because even though he was like my partner in crime, I was just around for 20 something years, and like she had longer, but still, like, oh, that's my father figure.
Yeah.
I feel weird not being able to vocalize how I feel right now because you were not available to talk immediately when I got that text. So I'm just sitting at home like, oh, I have to wait and think about this. This is not good.
I gotta still my emotions right now.
I have to be alone with my thoughts.
The thoughts get scary when you're private.
It's fucking awkward going down to a funeral and then, like, the next day it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me.
Breaking down the Denny's.
My grandpa's in a grave.
Happy birthday to you.
I know
Not
he
your
would've-
death day to
Oh
you.
my god, I know he would have hated the jokes because his funeral had to be postponed by a day because of Hurricane Hillary.
Christ almighty.
So-
Why?
Because where the cemetery is, it did like kind of smack into it, so it would have been inconvenient for like people to try and move around. It was raining heavily down there,
Yes.
and so they had to push it back by a day. And my mom, of course, was like, you know, he'd be rolling around in his grave knowing his funeral got pushed back because of a hurricane after Hillary. That's the ultimate fucking irony.
Oh, I gotta tell you though, for the ice cream part.
Oh yeah, go back to ice cream, please. I'm starting to talk about my grandfather.
Let's talk about the trauma you got during Vietnam.
Trauma dumping. It's trauma hour. Let's go. Ice cream.
All right. No, so back to our ice cream. So, or somewhat stemming away from the ice cream. I don't know. Did you have? This might be very unique for me at least.
Hmm.
Did you have a house that on your block sold goods like sweets?
I remember the lady down the street sold the eggs that her chickens laid, but no.
Okay. So we'd had I'll be 100% with you, man. I tried every means I can to go to that person's house. They had a store basically set up in their home,
Christ.
and it was just sweets galore in the front.
Oh, so it was like a stationery shop.
Well, sure, but it wasn't like the conventional, store clerk selling items. It was buy something, give them the money, get out.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone else. Looking back at it, I don't know how I was uncomfortable with the van ice cream truck when I often went to a stranger's house just to relax and have a sweet, like a candy. Like I still don't know this person's name.
$10, honest to God, they probably were selling other things to different customers.
Probably, I wouldn't doubt it. They were very sweet to me and my cousins, though.
You gotta be sweet to the kids in order to keep up the front. My God, that almost went down the wrong tube.
But staying in the matter of legality, yeah,
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly,
Metaphorically.
now, hypothetically speaking, how would we close it?
How would we close it?
But for her, she always had like the prime Mexican candy.
So not just the Lucas, but
Yeah, like anything with a Spanish name for it, it was sold there. Decently priced. God, I miss my childhood. I miss every aspect of it. I miss going to that lady's house and buying the candy. I miss the ice cream truck where I was able to get my little sweets. And I miss being creeped out by Flapjack.
oh my God. Here's a slight ice cream memory, and I don't know, maybe you got them. I would say maybe it's either at like large functions or maybe at school parties. Those little vanilla cups with like
A whiff of chocolate.
the whiff of chocolate, like the drizzle on top. They had the
There was no
the
goddamn
cardboard cover on top and the little wooden
stick.
spoon.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about that wooden spoon, but it makes it all the fucking greater. And every time I like see it in the store, I'm like, I don't need a 34 pack to feel happy, but I want a 34 pack to feel happy.
Bitch, just get a vanilla ice cream. You have any
But
idea?
I want the stick.
You did not get any resemblance of chocolate off of that.
No, mine had like chocolate sauce in it.
Yeah, so did mine.
Oh.
But when I told you a whiff, it's because it was like the LaCroix.
Oh, you
of
got
ice cream.
skimmed then.
It was just a teeny bit of chocolate. And you had to dig in through the vanilla. I hated every bit of it when I got that. It was like one of those, be grateful we're able to get you this, kids.
Damn, ours was like right on top.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I don't know, maybe the distributor was different, but
I don't know anything more for that because they gave us that chocolate one, or I think it was strawberry, but they never gave us any other option for the ice cream. Did your schools have vending machines?
middle school they did. I can't recall of any in high school.
We had vending machines throughout my entire life for my schools. I have to say, I think my elementary principal hated my elementary teachers, like all of them.
Oh God!
Because not only did we have a vending machine for soda, and Sobe. Do you remember Sobe?
Yes.
Sobe.
Comedy.
But they had a vending machine for Starbucks coffees.
Oh no.
So picture this. You are like an elementary grade student, like 8 years old or something like that. You're hyperactive already. Motherfucker rolls in the vending machine, costs $2 to use. I abused the hell out of it when my mom gave me some money for my school.
Christ.
I went to that machine. I popped in like a $5 bill because I didn't know how to differentiate math. And then I just got myself a chocolate or macchiato, caramel, and I ruined lives. I cannot deny that. I had too much energy. There was not enough to contain me for that.
You had the gall to sound surprised when you heard you were a runner at Disneyland?
The leash child. Every time, ooh, ma, yeah.
Yeah, no, my mother had the mommy pinky lockdown. I could not run if I wanted to.
I bet you my mom had the upper body strength. She would have done that Drago scream with me as I was trying to start.
I said no, fat boy.
If your fat ass could run like this for a fucking athlete scholarship, then you can run for Goofy.
If you can run for Goofy chicken nuggets, you can run your ass around the lab.
Mom, why do you call me fat boy? I don't know, Porky. Why you eating a foot long hot dog at 8 years old?
I don't know. Oh no, that's a bit too mean.
What were you gonna say,
I was
bitch?
gonna say, I don't know. I started out the year buying you a shirt in an L, and you ended it in an XL.
That's not too mean.
I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it.
Like mean would have been, I got you a shirt in regular size, and somehow we went up to damn.
I got you the shirt 2 sizes too small, just so you have a goal. I don't think your mom would ever be like that petty mom.
Or like,
That's more of a mom that has a daughter than a mom that has a son.
nah, my mom was, for like trips wise, for my mom at the very least, she was dead focused on making sure that whatever happened, I was in eye shot. I was never gone for more than 5 seconds. I vaguely remember that other than being a leash child and a stroller child, I was a never alone child because the minute I went somewhere else, I hid. I hid.
Yeah, no shit. And also, when you were a kid, I've seen photos of you. You had the same fucking hairstyle that every other Mexican boy has, so you'd blend in with the crowd.
Up, cuz. Up, gamma, cuz.
Is that you? Nope, not you. Shit.
I want to be different. I say as I get a buzz cut like everyone else.
I'm gonna be unique. I look like every other fucking Edgar on the street. What's up, man?
Oh, hello, man.
Is that awesome, man?
Fucking low down Tigre too.
Fucking oh, Jesus Christ! I can't believe that's fucking Mama Imelda.
Who?
Big Manny.
Manny. Okay.
Manny is.
I thought you were gonna say Aloso. I was like, no fucking way, Aloso,
that
man.
is not Alana. But no, Manny and Mommy Imelda are the same.
Don't you mean the mom from the show Ted?
Susan.
Try the crab, honey.
The karaoke machine. Is that marijuana?
I really need to catch up on Ted. I've only watched 2 episodes. I hate that I haven't finished it. Fuck, I might admit in the podcast now just to watch an episode.
You know what? It's fucking. We got VTuber stills, bro. We can. Here's the thing. I feel like if we use my mic, it's gonna be my character bouncing up every 3 seconds.
Oh man, I should do that for that. Honestly, that's a good idea. Fuck, it's genius.
Fuck, it's genius.
Why didn't I think of it? So how about for like the final remarks, at least for childhood prospects?
Childhood movies.
No, we could do that for another. Because God Almighty, we're gonna just delve into something more. When you went to Disney, did your mom ever make the mistake of giving you freedom slightly? And I'm not talking about like go on your own, be free child. I'm talking about did she like blink the wrong way and then found you missing?
You would need to ask her that specifically because oh my god, my brain is just fucking fried on only the negative, man. I can only remember like moments where I was sad mostly.
Yeah.
Happiest place on earth, and I'm over here crying because I smeared bird shit on my new pants.
Save the trauma dump for another episode.
Trauma dumping sesh. Let's
Christ.
go.
I'm not paid for a therapist yet.
That's why you're here.
I'm not the therapist either. I don't get paid for this.
Exactly. That's why you're here.
Oh Christ. They never had that. I know, like I said before, I was always like an attentive child. They had to have lies on me at all times. I only remember one time when we went to Disney. It happened in Rainforest Cafe.
Oh God.
It happened in Rainforest Cafe. they said don't wander too far because we were up next in line, and I was asking, can I go see the fish tank, Ma?
Oh God.
Let me see the fish tank. I go up to the fish tank and I immediately started becoming enamored with the fish. I was like following this one fish along the glass panel. I got lost.
Oh no.
I immediately got lost somewhere else. I went through bits of the Rainforest Cafe until the fish tank ended.
Yeah.
For where we were. And I immediately knew like,
Oh no.
oh, fish, ooh, ooh.
Well, here's the thing. I'm assuming that when you went on Disney trips, you were in a family setting.
Yes, all 14 of us.
Yeah, my mom didn't really have a challenge since it was just me. I was also I was a kind of a loud kid if I wasn't being dead quiet. So if I saw something, I would let Mom, it's Mickey.
Holy shit! It's Michael Mouse.
And it's also kind of like a coin toss. If she said stay here and look at this, it's about 50-50. I would be still there, or I had drifted off to something else entirely. And it's typically whatever was like sparkly or a stuffed animal.
I I have to say for our parents, like to give them respect, they had the parenting down just right for our trips. Because not just me, my cousins, we all were troublemakers. We all were pain in the asses. My youngest one wasn't a leash child, but they were a handheld child.
Oh no. I locked in the stroller child.
They were locked the fuck in.
triple click.
If I could make an equivalency for how the parenting was for my Tia and Theo, to my cousins, you remember that bit in SpongeBob where the dad like tackles his kid as he's trying to run back for some ice cream? It was like, it fits that. They did not go to that level, but I can only imagine if one of my cousins immediately ran because they saw that Donald Duck was wandering the streets. I immediately know my deal was going to just push everyone out the way. Fucking linebacker, 49ers.
Get your ass back here, boy.
Yeah, just full on go and like pick them up.
Sorry, Donald.
Like we had no real understanding for patience and anything just calm.
I was never a sprinter. I was a meanderer. Like my mom had to watch me when I was in the front yard because I would meander down the road, and by the time she looked back, yeah, I had gone, but I had also been like trailed by the family dog and kept out of the street. I'm still a meanderer.
I honestly think that we as children, for us at the very least, only did that because we know the reaction for our parents is going to be somewhat comical.
That might be for you. Literally, unless this is such a horrible thought process.
Go ahead, Chad. Trauma dump more.
Most of the time, if a person is not directly interacting with me, they're not a blip in my head.
You just have a short attention span, though.
Like, it honestly, unless she texts me, my mom just kind of fades in and out of existence in my brain.
Well, yeah, again, you need to have something on your attention on like at 24/7. I've been jingling my keys in front of you for the past hour or so right now.
Leave? What do you mean
jingle? Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Don't make me drop kick you in the nards.
You stepladder for that?
Oh, now we got jokes.
Almost got a short temper too.
Punk ass bitch. How's the weather?
Much better. How's the cold?
Really? Can you see 3D movies?
I don't know. Can you see Snow White, Dopey?
Oh, I'm calling your mother.
No,
I'm calling your mother because then she's gonna take it as a slight against herself.
She's gonna get the leash again.
She's gonna get the chancla and the belt, and I'm just gonna sit there.
She's gonna get the childhood leash, and like the next time we go to Disney, she's gonna keep pulling me back. You're not allowed on Space Mountain this time.
Oh no, you're not allowed to run, fat boy.
Why is it always going back to my weight?
That's literally the first thing she says when she calls. You pick up, hey ma, fat boy. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, what do you need? Oh, you're Tia. Like you I can't even give you too much shit for that because literally my mom and me, it's bring, pick up. What do you want? Like it's not even a hi. It's each of us respectively going, what do you want?
$50.
Like, oh, because honestly, at this point in our relationship, she's just used to me calling either for money or for random fucking questions. Like, I had called 2 days ago. I don't know why this thought process came to me. I literally called her. Like, what do you want? So, if someone gets stabbed through the hand, is that an urgent care or an emergency room situation? Are you asking hypothetically, or do you need an answer right now?
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking, Mom, I'm fine. My hand is working. I wouldn't call you to ask this. I'd ask Google or something. She's like, I put that at a 50-50. It's an emergency room if there's a puncture wound and blood.
Oh, yeah, I assume there's a fucking...
Well, I don't know.
There has to be a puncture wound for it to go stabbing your hand. So, I don't know what she meant then.
She meant if it went through.
Yeah.
That's especially, and that's what she knew I meant. Like,
oh, okay, that
if
kind
something had gone completely through the hand, like, yeah, that's an emergency room thing. But it's like random stupid questions, like even for like asking about that one individual on the Discord. I was like, yeah, these are the symptoms. What the fuck could be happening?
The God's prayer is what's happening right now.
Could be POTS. I don't know. Like, thanks, Mom. Really putting that degree to use.
Yeah, it's fuck. Dude, it's Google until you go to a doctor. Every other non paid for, like, I'm not trying to discredit your mom right now.
Oh no, she genuinely does try to give me the answer because she knows I'll try and look it up and then wind up on cancer somewhere.
Yeah, like, because if it's not like a proper diagnosis, like through the proper methods of, you know, samples, getting a physical check, if you're not doing all that, any time a doctor even gives you a diagnosis that's not done with the proper steps, it's just going to be Google Med. And it's going to be either, oh, it's just a little rash, or it's terminal.
I think she knows that she can't say, oh, just Google it, because I did that bitch's math homework.
Yeah, and also, like, the most common answer you give whenever I ask a question, you're like, Google it. Bitch, I'm asking right now because you are in my vicinity. Do
like,
you know it or not?
Can you do my pre-algebra homework? I don't want to do... Are you fucking kidding me? I'll buy you sewing machine. Yeah, and then you're gonna ask me to sew you a fucking dress. What the fuck is this this engagement? This is bullshit.
So what color sewing machine did you get?
What? I got a white sewing machine.
There you go. See, look at that.
She didn't get it for me. My grandma did.
Mm-hmm. That's what
and it sounds like a fucking... It reminds me of what my friend said that people comment her typing is. It sounds like an active shooter is happening as she's typing. That's what my sewing machine sounds like. It vibrates the walls. You are just in awe.
I am. Oh.
So we're ending this episode.
I guess so. We're ending on the idea that a sewing machine can also be a mass shooter. Stay safe out there.
Brother is always watching.
I was going to say knitters.
Don't.
Yes. Look.
Don't. You have a stutter and you...
That's why I stopped. I said knit first, and I'm like, no, I'm not even gonna try that.
We'll get canceled on episode 2.
Yeah, someone rename the knitting community, please, so that way we can give a shout out to them without having to fear. It's like the fucking Arthur thing. He's a knitter. Again, hey, look that up. Look up Arthur knitters.
Knitte.
The actual knitting hobby.
Oh,
okay.
No, it's the blacks.
Like the genuine hobby, okay? And then like here the people call Arthur a knitter.
Oh my God.
You're gonna hear one person in the crowd say it with a G, and I'm telling you that studio booth was like quiet all day after that.
Halloween.
Oh yeah, what was it?
Nick or treat.
I'm enjoying how like to avoid any.
We have to enunciate
every word like.
They say the whole word like this.
It's not my fault. A lot of the words that are also racist connect to other words that sound similar but not are not it.
Oh no, don't say you in Korean around Compton.
Right, let's end it on that.
This before I wind up on a list.
Big passively racist. Or are you just trying to help people not to be racist?
I can't be racist, I'm mixed.
They're gonna like, you're not mixed. Then show a picture of your dad. Holy shit, she's mixed.
Keep to your 7 days, mutt. Oh God.
Fucking oh,
I
that's
love
right.
those comments every February.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. All right, let's
Yeah.
enough
before
of your
we
trauma.
start getting into race politics.
Enough of your trauma dumping with your race politics.
Trauma dumping, Seth.
Why can't you just make jokes like every other Mexican does for their trauma? Every time I bring
got
up Father
hit with a
Donovan, I
wooden
make a joke about him.
Got it with a wooden spoon, but hey, at least I got pozole.
I got hit with a spoon, but you get hit with the comedy from my side. All right, well, they're right there. Enough of your trauma. We're done with it.
Trauma dump set.
All right, from this side of the couch is your not racist host Optics.
From this side of the couch, it's your I can't be racist. I'm mixed.
Don't you fucking keep pulling that card? You're
Host Sunspot.
Champ, you are sounding like every other white person. Like,
I know, that's why I'm making the joke.
make the joke like you want. Every time you make the joke, people are like, all right, it's starting to sound too repetitive there, man. Bye.
Bye.